Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. One of the states in the southeast that is always bubbling politically had always been Anambra State. Some time ago, Otto Eze, Billionaire Otto Eze, who is a business mongo, had some issues with the Governor Willie Obiano, over the issue. I think it had to do with some payment that is meant for the monarch. A time came that Otto Eze threatened that he was going to take the monarch to meet with the presidency so that they can discuss those issues. But somehow he took them there. They missed out, and before you know, they had to come back home to resolve all that issue. But guess what? There is another issue currently that is trending in Anambra State, and it has to do with one of the federal lawmaker representing Anambra South Senatorial Zone, Ifeanyi Ubah, with the governor again. A week ago, Ifeanyi Ubah cried out at a public function lamenting that the governor, that's Willie Obiano, was frustrating his effort to provide good roads for his own people. But right now, more issues, more stuffs are coming up, because there's a letter which you're going to hear me as I'll be reading out to you. But before we do all of that, if you're not subscribed to our channel, just hit that red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. The federal government has stopped the senator representing Anambra South Senatorial District, Ifeanyi Ubah, from proceeding with the construction of the Old Uba Newi Ozubulu Okija Federal Highway. A letter by the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, signed by the Federal Controller Works in Anambra State, Mr. Chidi Ozeola, to the company handling the construction, asks that all construction work on the roads be stopped immediately. Ubah had a week ago cried at a public function lamenting that the Anambra State Governor, Willie Obiano, was frustrating his attempt to provide good roads for his own people. He accused Obiano of unwillingness to work on the road, yet frustrating his attempt to fix the road in his senatorial zone by stopping construction works. But the Commissioner for Works in Anambra State, Mr. Marcel Ifejofo, who addressed a press conference on Friday, said that Obiano or Anambra government did not stop anyone from constructing road. Rather, the federal government, through the Ministry of Works, stopped the construction company from working on a federal road in Newi because approval was not given. A copy of the letter by the Ministry of Works to the company read thus: "It has been brought to our notice that your construction company is presently carrying out palliative works on the above named road. We appreciate your good intentions in assisting to put our roads in a good state. However, we advise that you follow all necessary due process required to enable you work on any federal road. In view of this, you are requested to stop all construction activities on any federal highways in Anambra until you are granted approval to do so," the letter reads in part. Ifejofo told journalists that contrary to insinuation that the Anambra government stopped the company from ongoing construction work, it was the federal government that issued the order. According to him, he said roads in Nigeria are divided into categories. They are federal, state, local, and community roads. Federal roads are most of the time interstate roads and need permission from the federal government before one can work on them. If you get approval, they tell you the specification of their roads and you can now proceed to work on them. Even before the federal government work on state roads, they seek our approval and we give them our specification too. Our standard here is end to end with drainages. We have a lot of roads in Anambra State. We are even appealing for wealthy people to take some of our roads and work on them. We did not stop anyone from building roads. The federal government did, he clarified. Wow, 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 wow. Anambra State, a state of so many billionaires and millionaires. And looking at this issue, I feel that it's important for these people to come to an agreement table. I tell you the whole truth, because when issues like this come up, it doesn't really spell well for the people of the state. Obiano, that state, sorry, roads in Anambra State has been in a very sorry state for a while. And during rainy season, the place has always been very deplorable. I tell you the truth that even personally, if I was a billionaire and I have my way around some of this community, I would have loved to help, because sometimes you see how travelers are suffering on this road, that if you have money, you cannot stop feeling or stop moving towards getting the whole place fixed. But right now, with what is ongoing, which I still feel that the info is not complete yet, because we are going to hear what the Ifan will still tell Nigerians. So, reactions from Nigerians, especially those who are from that particular geopolitical zone, southeast, is that the reason why we are seeing a lot of issues between these two guys, Ifan and Governor Obiano, is because both of them belong to two different political parties. You know that Ifan is of the YPP, while Obiano is of the PDP. So, in 2014, Ifan lost out because he contested on the platform of Labour Party. He lost out. That's lost out of gubernatorial election in 2019. He won, though PDP was struggling with him in law court, but finally he came out successful. A lot of people believe that every step taken by Ifan is towards reclaiming back that position, because some believe that he still have interest in the gubernatorial position. But PDP here are trying to make sure that what he's trying to do for the people, to endear the people to him, that they're frustrated with everything they've got. But right now, based on what the commissioner, that's the man in charge of Ministry of Work, had to say, it points to the fact that Obiano's hand is not in it. But most people do not believe, based on the last encounter that in the public forum where he had to open up, that he's doing everything within his power to ensure that he develops his state. But there are hindrances. But I feel at this point that if truly we are interested in making our own state become what we really want, let's sweep into the carpet, or let's sweep under the carpet, sorry, everything that has to do with politics, and face the reality of ensuring that we help our people, we develop our state, because these political differences is causing a lot of things, in the southeast has, I tell you, I would say that southeast have the best when it comes to human resources. They have the best, the rich guys, that they business mongol. Even this Ifan Yuba we are talking about is a business mongol. He has a company that is doing very well. Now, Ifan Yuba is a rich guy who can turn around the story of the state. So at this point, though, we have to do everything. Some of them have to look into the future before they do anything so that they can get power. But I think at this point, if we have good intentions for our states, let's try to shield everything, shield all our ambitions, and see how we can pursue the purpose of rejuvenating Anambra State, making it young and beautiful again and attractive for the people, because right now, this issue of war every now and then, quarrel in Anambra State, is making the beauty of the state to disappear. Anambra is one of the richest states in Nigeria. That's, I'm talking about human resources here. One of the richest. They have all the best hands that you can talk about in business. And they are doing very well. Let's forget about whatever thing that is existing in quarrels and all of that. Personally, I believe that Winnie Obiano should even write to the federal government that, hey, whatever due process, we are going to get it fixed, but the roads are very bad. Allow Ifan Yuba to go ahead with fixing of the road. or possibly take him to another road which is not government road, and let him help fix, so that all of these issues, wahaha, that is ongoing every now and then in Anambra State, can be brought to a standstill. Right now we don't know what Ifa Yuba have to say. We are still waiting when he will come on board again to tell us his own version of the story. We'll relate it to you. But that's where we like to leave it. What do you think is really responsible for some of these things? Some say the federal government do not want to develop the state, and they do not want our people also to develop the states. But I think it goes far beyond that. There's a lot of politicking going on here. Just go to our comment section. Tell us, what do you really know about all this fight we are seeing in the Southeast?